Someone please tell me why SpongeBob literally ate this pile of garbage for breakfast? But at the same time, we can afford to splurge on a lifetime supply of cereal boxes.
Are you noon over there, Gary?
Is he dirt poor or filthy stinking rich? SpongeBob's net worth is honestly a bigger mystery than the Krabby Patty secret formula, but it won't be a secret for much longer. The net worth thing, not the Krabby Patty thing. Today, I'm breaking down all of SpongeBob's income, expenses, and assets to work out just how much money he truly has, starting, of course, with his job at the Krusty Krab. While it violates probably every labor law in the book, SpongeBob loves the Krusty Krab more than anything in the whole world.
The finest eating establishment ever established for eating, the Krusty Krab, home of the Krabby Patty.
Sponge actually loves his fry cook job so frackin' much, this is literally how he reacted when evil crabs decided to make him work 24 hours a day.
Did you hear that? We get to keep working and work without ever having to go home. I gotta pinch myself because I must be dreaming. Ow!
I'm sure SpongeBob would slave away from Mr. Krabs for free. He does get paid though, and how much exactly? In Skill Crane, we do actually see the Krusty crew receiving their weekly paychecks.
Here's your check, SpongeBob. Your paycheck into quarters.
1,000 quarters could fit in that sack, so assuming SpongeBob earns the exact same as Squiddy, that's $250 for an entire week of work. Atrociously low, but actually kind of decent when you remember that one greedy Krabs is always dipping into his employees' hard-earned cash. Made a whole video about that, you should totally check it out. And 2, Eugene really is the king of TLC's extreme cheapskates.
I give you Krabby Land!
SpongeBob's yearly salary works out to $12,000, but how long has he been working at the Krusty Krab for? Well, we know he's won the Employee of the Month award 374 consecutive times.
Well, let's ask my wall of 374 consecutive Employee of the Month award. SpongeBob SquarePants!
374 months is equivalent to 31 years, so Sponge has made $372,000 in total from flipping burgers. To put that into perspective for you, your average McDonald's worker would have made almost $1 million during the same period, and without having to deal with a horrible boss in the process. Well, at least not one to this extreme.
Here you go, Krabs. 62 cents. Next up, Davy Jones' locker. Look, Squidward.
Mr. Krabs, how could you trade SpongeBob for 62 cents?
You think I could have gotten more?
Remember Pretty Patties?
It's painted meat. Pretty Patty. Available in 6 designer colors.
Squidward and Krabs laughed in SpongeBob's face and called his idea dumb, and you know what? Maybe they were right.
Mr. Krabs was right. What am I gonna do with all these?
Hey, is that one purple? Purple is my favorite color. This isn't half bad. Hey, world! Pretty Patties is the best idea ever!
SpongeBob was just happy to get that one customer, but before he knew it, a Pretty Patties craze swept over the entirety of Bikini Bottom, running the Krusty Krab out of business, and earning him enough dough to send Krabs into cardiac arrest.
We tried burying it, shredding it, and burning it. We decided to just give it all away.
Come again, sir.
Sneaky Mr. K manipulated SpongeBob into handing over his highly successful business in exchange for the Krusty Krab, but karma works just as hard under the sea as it does on land.
All 46,853 of us. Hey, where'd he go?
Where's my key? SpongeBob, let me in!
Only SpongeBob could value pickles over money, but how much did he earn with his not-so-genius product anyway? We see that exact number of customers he served right before Krabs swooped in and stole his business.
Who's number 46,853?
Assuming SpongeBob was selling Pretty Patties for the same price of a regular Krabby Patty, $2, he actually only made $93,706. That still made him feel richer than Elon Musk though, so he gave most of the cash away. For the sake of this video, we'll assume SpongeBob was at least smart enough to deposit 20 grand of the profits into his bank, and even that's really being generous. Let's face it, SpongeBob's income is piss poor. I was only expecting him to earn like 62 cents though, so I'm actually super duper impressed thus far. And we aren't even done here, people. There's still one more way our little square dude can make money. Chocolate. You all know what episode I'm about to what I'm talking about here, and if you don't, you're a fake fan. So in Chocolate with Nuts, SpongeBob and Patrick are absolutely mind-blown by the luxurious lifestyles in Fancy Living Digest.
This guy's so rich, he has a swimming pool in his swimming pool.
This guy's got shoes.
They decide to become traveling chocolate bar salesmen so they too can live fancy. Now, if you've been on a diet for months like I have, this vicious reaction won't seem even the slightest bit unhinged to you.
Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir.
Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate!
After getting conned into buying candy bar carrying bags and then some candy bar bag carrying bags, SpongeBob and Patrick try using flattery to make their very first sale.
I love you.
Anyone would throw in the towel at this point, but SpongeBob is determined to sell this darn chocolate, even if it means that he has to lie through his extremely gapped teeth.
Sweet chocolate. I always hated it.
Rub it on your skin, it makes you live forever.
Live forever, you say? Come on, you lazy Mary. I hate you.
Sponge and Pat go from house to house, spinning a bunch of wild stories about what their amazing candy bars are capable of. Fancy living, here we come.
It'll make your hair grow.
I'll take 20!
It'll keep your face from getting any uglier.
They make you fly. You'll rule the world.
The boys are one step closer to living fancy and are now masters in the art of stretching the truth. However, they would definitely benefit from some lessons in how to not be giant suckers.
But luckily, I'm able to keep myself alive by selling chocolate bars. Such nice boy. Good to con a couple of Class A suckaroonies.
That just about cancels out all the income SpongeBob made from selling chocolate, but remember that crazy lunatic who's been chasing him all day? Turns out he wasn't a serial killer trying to skin them alive after all. He was just a little hungry, or I guess a lot hungry.
Finally! I've been trying to catch you boys all day! Now that I've got you right where I want you, I'd like to buy all your chocolate.
Thank you for your patronage.
That's at least $1,000 each just from selling candy. Not bad, not bad. And how did SpongeBob celebrate his success? Oh, he only took the hottest ladies in Bikini Bottom out on a double date.
How long have you two ladies known each other? What? What did he say?
SpongeBob's grand total income comes to a not-so-whopping $393,000. And now it's time to break down all his expenses. With his measly $12,000 a year salary, he's actually so poor he's completely exempt from paying income tax. However, he did earn 20 grand from Pretty Patties, so he owes $2,070 in taxes for all that at least. And what about all the household bills SpongeBob owes? Well, he needs electricity to power his fridge, lights, and the TV he sometimes gets caught up watching the Seacorn channel on.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
I established in my previous video that the average utility bill in Bikini Bottom is $90 per month and $1,080 a year. They save a lot on water, folks. So how much has that bill snowballed over the years? To find that out, we need to know how long SpongeBob has actually been living in his pineapple, and to do that, we need to know his age. It's never been confirmed. While his driving license showed his birth year as 1986, making him 13 years old as of the show's 1999 premiere, SpongeBob is a whole grown adult. He lives in his own home and has held down a job for 31 years, as we've already established. We know Mr. Krabs will hire teenagers, as that's who he's replaced SpongeBob and Squidward with that time they went on strike.
The teenagers I hired is ruining the place, and the worst part is they won't leave me alone.
Mr. Krabs!
See what I mean?
So, assuming SpongeBob got the fry cook job fresh out of high school at 18, that makes him 49 years old currently. Feel free to disagree, guys, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows the exact answer. Presuming SpongeBob moved out of his mom and pop's house at the age of 18 too, his utility bills have racked up $33,480 over the past 31 years. Now, what about food? SpongeBob's grocery store of choice is, of course, Bargain Mart.
Bargain Mart, meeting all your special needs.
As the name suggests, Bargain Mart is a low-end grocery store with cheap prices. Kind of like Aldi, but with way more depressed workers.
It's a picture I took of you the first time I ever came here. Look at you, so young and happy. Where do the years go?
That picture looks decades old, so SpongeBob's probably been doing his own grocery run ever since he became independent of his parents. According to my last video, which you should totally watch if you haven't, a month of food shopping in Bikini Bottom costs roughly $390. And yeah, that's counting the snail poop.
What is it, Peterson?
I'm not sure. I feel a disturbance.
Do the math, and SpongeBob spent $4,680 each year on groceries and $145,080 in total over the past 31 years. But wait a second, SpongeBob doesn't only eat Kelpo and peanut butter and jellyfish jelly sandwiches, he likes eating out as well. In the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, he famously had that all-night sugar bender at Goofy Goober's ice cream party boat.
Waiter! Waiter!
Why do I always get the nuts?
Judging by the way SpongeBob spoke about the restaurant at the start of the movie.
We're going to the place where all the action is.
You don't mean?
Oh, I mean.
Goofy Goober's ice cream party boat!
Oh, hi, the Goofy Goober, yeah.
He's obviously familiar with Goofy Goobers and is probably a regular customer. My condolences to the staff. He's too busy working at the Krusty Krab to be there all the time though, so if we assume he eats out at Goofy Goobers every Sunday night and spends $30, that works out to $1,440 each year on ice cream and $44,640 in total over 31 years. Thank the heavens he normally eats in moderation. Imagine if he ate 100 triple goober berry sunrises every week. Bikini Bottom would literally need to start an AA for ice cream addiction.
Hey, get up. Hey, come on, buddy. I want to go home. Come on, pal.
Oh, my head.
It's 8 in the morning. Go scrape up your friend and get going.
You think you feel like crap, SpongeBob? Try being me the morning after my first night of college, or even worse, try being Mrs. Puff during every frackin' one of your boating exams.
Okay, Florence!
Oh, SpongeBob, why?
I mean, he definitely holds the world record for the most uncoordinated person of all time. While Mrs. Puff's boating school is portrayed like a regular elementary school where students sit at desks, have recess, get given good noodle stars, only for them to be savagely ripped away.
No!
It is, at the end of the day, a driving school for adults. That means it's not funded by the government, and students must pay for Mrs. Puff's fees to attend. SpongeBob is about 49 years old. Pearl's friends drive, so the legal age to get behind a boat in Bikini Bottom has to be at least 16. That means SpongeBob has been trying to pass his driving test for 33 whole frackin' years. No surprise he knows all the oral answers by now.
Skipper, deck, cabin, galley, keel, 1924.
You've passed the oral test. What a surprise.
The average price of driving lessons in the US is about $200 per hour, but since Mrs. Puff's boating school operates like a real school, SpongeBob spends a long time learning what not to do at a stoplight.
Where is everyone?
Home, probably. Class doesn't start till 9.
6:20? Well, but I thought you said you were late.
Late for being early.
Mrs. Puff's school starts at 9, probably ends at about 3, like most schools typically do. As SpongeBob is only able to attend school on his day off, which is Sunday, he must spend $1,200 per week on boating school tuition. That works out to about $4,800 a month, $57,600 a year, and a staggering $1,900,800 over the 33 years as a learner driver. At this point, just give up and take the frackin' bus, man. As insanely high as that figure sounds, it's really not that bad, at least compared to all the damage SpongeBob causes behind the wheel.
This reporter asks why. Local consensus places the blame on this negligent, selfish driving instructor who... Let's not use that.
As the instructor, poor Mrs. Puff always gets held responsible for SpongeBob's property damage, but the real question is, who was responsible for this?
Wait.
Hold him still.
Wait.
Will you hold him still?
Ouch, Squidward, you've injected me with snail plasma.
You made me do it.
Was it Squidward being clumsy or stupid SpongeBob for not holding Gary still? Speaking of Gare Bear needing medicine, that brings me to SpongeBob's next hefty bill, the vet. The worms and snails of Bikini Bottom need routine vet checkups just like our dogs and cats on land. This shouldn't be too expensive, but how long has SpongeBob actually had his beloved pet? He's 49, but we know he's had Gary since he was a kid because we see photos of them growing up together in Gary's song.
I'm sorry I neglected you, oh I never expected you to run away and leave me feeling this empty.
A song that traumatized an entire generation. Assuming SpongeBob is 12 and Gary's a newborn in that first photo, he must be at least 37 years old today. That sounds impossible, but there are actually cases of cats living well into their 30s. Oh, why can't it be the same for dogs? Anyway, the average vet bill for felines in the US is $124 per year. Mr. and Mrs. SquarePants obviously footed the bill until SpongeBob was 18, so this snail lover has only spent $3,844 on vet bills over the past 31 years. Right now, the bank of SpongeBob is looking even worse than Squidward's eye bags, guys. His living expenses have already racked up to a massive $2,129,914. That's almost 6 times his total income, and I ain't even started talking about all of his hobbies. They they are pretty strange. Like, who goes to a glove-themed amusement park anyway, let alone to ride a death trap like this?
The day you've been waiting for is almost here. Glove World has a new ride. It's big. It's bad. It's painful. The Fiery Fisco Pain, opening tomorrow only at Glove World.
Tomorrow! SpongeBob, we gotta get to bed so we can be first in line!
While Glove World is far from the most expensive place on Earth, Disney World, it probably costs the same as Six Flags, $49 per admission ticket. Excluding the new episode SpongeBob and Patrick's Timeline Twist-Up, SpongeBob has visited Glove World 11 times in the show. And he always gets the bus there and back, usually.
Patrick, I think we're on the wrong
Now add the cost of glove merchandise, food, and drinks, and Sponge has forked over roughly 10 grand in total on all of his theme park days out. And what does he do when he's not crapping himself in line for the Fiery Fistal Pain? Well, he usually settles on something cheaper and more relaxing, like bubble blowing. Oh, and of course, jellyfishing.
La 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 la, la 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 la. I think I got it. Wait a minute.
Jellyfishing is SpongeBob's biggest interest, and he'll travel far and wide if there's a convention going on, especially if Kevin the Nerdy Pickle is gonna be there.
Hi, Kevin. I'm your biggest fan.
Security!
I would do anything for you.
Why don't you go jump off a building, huh?
Anything.
Considering all the conventions SpongeBob must have attended over the years and all the fishing nets and sting ointment he must have gone through, I'd say jellyfishing has cost him $70,000 over the past 31 years. That's pretty dang expensive. Hey, at least bubble blowing should be a little less pricey. As I'm sure you're all aware, SpongeBob is one very talented and dedicated bubble blower. He can blow the biggest bubbles you've ever seen in your entire life.
It's a giraffe!
Assuming SpongeBob regularly buys a new bottle of bubble mixture and isn't just refilling the same bottle with soapy water, he's likely spent about $8,928 in total. That's me assuming bubbles cost $2 each, and SpongeBob has used 3 bottles per week for the past 31 years. And his hobbies don't stop there. When he isn't pretending to drown...
What do you need?
A tailor. Because I rip a pen!
He at least tries to take nice relaxing beach days at Goo Lagoon.
And if I'm not, let me be struck by a flying ice cream truck. And live!
Considering the price of sunblock, beach towels, surfboard rentals, drinks, ice creams, and hot dogs, I'd estimate SpongeBob has spent roughly $25,000 on beach days over 31 years. He goes to the movies a lot too, guys, and when his breath is particularly nasty, this lucky duck gets the theater all to himself.
Look at it! It's ugly, isn't it? You look at it!
Hello.
You look at it!
Hi.
Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
Sponge's death breath didn't get him permanently banned from the Bikini Bottom movie theater, so assuming he goes there once a month and spends $20, that's a $7,440 bill he's racked up over the past 31 years. Speaking of movies, SpongeBob just loves superhero ones, especially when they star his all-time heroes Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Patrick, can you believe it?
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy in the flesh!
Now, even though his heroes are blatantly rude to him,
Are you here to rescue little old me?
Pipe down! You can wake Mermaid Man, and he's ornery when his nap is disturbed.
Ever alert.
SpongeBob will always be an avid Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy collector. He's got all the comics, costumes, trading cards, and action figures. He probably grew up watching Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, so I'd say he spent about 35 grand on this hobby since the age of 18. That all brings SpongeBob's total expenses to a gigantic $2,286,282. This yellow doofus is literally millions of dollars in debt, and his credit score is more destroyed than Squidward's toilet was that one time Patrick pooped in it.
Please, please, somebody put me out of my misery. Have mercy on my soul.
Is there any hope of SpongeBob's finances bouncing back, though? Maybe. After all, we've got plenty of assets to go through, starting with 124 Con Street. SpongeBob lives in a pineapple under the sea, but how much is his fruity house worth to Bikini Realty? Not a lot. For one, it's a fruit, and a particularly sweet and juicy one like a pineapple is always going to attract pests.
Oh, nematodes.
SpongeBob thought his house was gone for good, but it respawned from that tiny seed mixing with his tears. And by the way, I would love to know how they managed to get Squidward out of there.
Ah, Squidward! Isn't this great back forever? Forever?
As fruit homes attract pests, the value of 124 Con Street is already below average despite being in a nice suburban area at Bikini Bottom. Then there's all the damage SpongeBob's house has suffered over the past few years. By past few, I mean all years it's existed. Early morning jellyfish jams must have seriously taken their toll.
SpongeBob is the only guy I know that can have fun with a jellyfish 12 hours!
There was also that time SpongeBob just flat out destroyed his entire house on opposite day.
On opposite day it is.
Oh, and what about that episode where the entire pineapple got engulfed by bubble gum?
SpongeBob? SpongeBob! Open up! SpongeBob?
Hi, Sandy. Looks like I got myself into a pretty sticky situation.
While SpongeBob's pineapple definitely wouldn't sell in a heartbeat, it does have some redeeming qualities. The roof is accessible for a little midday tanning or, working on your insecurities.
I'm ugly and I'm proud! I'm ugly and I'm proud!
Is that what he calls it?
There's also an enormous library down the hallway, despite the house being on the smaller side. The library is cool, but given all the damage and risks of attracting pests, SpongeBob's pineapple likely isn't worth anything more than about 200 grand. As for all of his books, there appears to be around 50,000 of them. That's another $75,000 in assets, and if we count the organ, that's an extra 2 grand. And what other valuable items are hiding in the pineapple, you may be asking? Well, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were big stars back in the day, so all of SpongeBob's memorabilia should rack up at least about 30 grand at auction. Anything else? Oh, nothing. Just $1 million hat. In one Krabs trash, Mr. Krabs conned SpongeBob into buying what he believed was a worthless piece of junk.
Sir, I'll give you $1 million for that hat!
SpongeBob won't give up Hattie no matter how many times Krabs calls him beautiful, so Eugene moves on to plan B, scare it off him.
A floating shopping list!
I'm a ghost!
Quite surprised Krabs actually goes grocery shopping. I always imagine the cheapskate just fishing food out of dumpsters or something. The ghost of soda drinking hat warns SpongeBob his hat is cursed and he must return it to some guy named Smitty with a really long name.
Hey, Mr. Krabs.
What are you doing here?
I was just returning the cursed soda drink hat to its original owner, Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
What?
Dang, no wonder he was called the Quickster. Mr. Krabs battles the living dead to get his big meaty claws on the $1 million hat, but by morning, it's not even worth more than a single C-nut.
Didn't you hear? They found a whole warehouse full of them. They're worthless!
Let's give Mr. Krabs a big hand.
Now that's worth $1 million!
If SpongeBob still has that priceless hat and Krabs didn't write another shopping list to steal it off him, he's got $1 million asset sitting right in his closet. Or does he?
I'll give you $1 billion!
Did you hear that? That lady was prepared to pay SpongeBob $1 billion for his hat. He literally owns an asset worth more than Bikini Bottom itself, but the dirtbag still had to steal that balloon, didn't he? It's insane to think that SpongeBob could possibly have an asset worth more than $1 billion, but he does. And what is it exactly? Well, it's him. Yeah, you heard me. SpongeBob himself can actually be considered an asset because when you think about it, he literally has superpowers. I mean, he can instantly regenerate.
You mean like this? Or like this? Or this?
He can clone himself whenever he wants.
Can you reproduce by budding? Can ya? Can ya? Can ya?
He has super speed and can morph himself into any kind of shape or size. SpongeBob's sponginess also appears to make him indestructible. That's not only great for protecting himself from bullies like Flats, but it's excellent for surviving literal atomic bomb explosions.
This time you done it, boy!
Nobody can ever catch a break from SpongeBob either because he even has the power to enter people's dreams.
I wonder what Patrick's dreaming. I can't resist. Hey, Patrick!
Hi, SpongeBob.
And to top it all off, he's a sea sponge with infinite cell regeneration. That literally makes him immune to aging. So in theory, he could live for thousands and thousands of years. That'll piss off Squidward for sure. So where exactly am I going with all this? Well, SpongeBob is far from the ordinary Bikini Bottomite, and his superhuman abilities might actually make him the most valuable person in existence. For example, governments would probably pay absurd amounts to have him infiltrate enemy dreams and gather inside information. His indestructibility makes him perfect for the military, as he can survive blast tests and experiments
experimental weapon research. Big Pharma could use him to test out new medications. He could test cosmetic products too. I mean, you don't need to ask him twice.
2 semi-gloss lipstick.
Actually, it's coral blue number 2.
McDonald's could even just fire all their workers and employ SpongeBob instead. I mean, look at just how frackin' fast he is at making burgers.
The patties came flying by 2 by dozens by hundreds. Oh, it was something to see. By that machine, it was fast. But SpongeBob was fast.
Although Squidward would disagree, the truth is SpongeBob is useful at just about everything, including what sponges are actually meant to do. Clean.
New Sponge. Household chores are a snap with new Sponge. It cleans sinks. Just look at that shine. New Sponge cuts through even the toughest grime and grit. Also cleans showers. That tile looks good as new. But best of all, new Sponge can make any toilet sparkle.
All in all, if SpongeBob put himself up for sale, his long list of superpowers would easily make him worth at least $5 billion. Folks, we've broken down all of SpongeBob's income, expenses, and assets. Now it's time to reveal his true net worth. Drum roll, please. $5,998,413,718. At this point, SpongeBob doesn't even need to pass his boating test. He could just hire a chauffeur to drive him everywhere in a limousine. Want to watch more videos like this one? Click on the screen right about now. And as always, thanks for watching.